The mystery of the Son of Man. Why did Jesus refer to himself as the Son of Man more than any other title? In the Gospels, he uses it 88 times, yet no one else addresses him this way. At first glance, Son of Man seems to emphasize Jesus' humanity. But when we look deeper, we see that this title also points to his divine authority, his suffering, and his victory over sin and death. By understanding what Jesus meant, we uncover a powerful truth about his mission and what it means for us today. The Son of Man and the humility of Christ. The phrase, Son of Man, was often used in Hebrew to emphasize human weakness. Job says, "How much less man, who is a maggot, and the Son of Man, who is a worm." This phrase simply meant a human being. By calling himself the Son of Man, Jesus identified with our human frailty, showing that he truly took on flesh and humbled himself to live among us. St. Paul captures this in Philippians. Though he was in the form of God, he did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but emptied himself, taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men. But Jesus' use of this title goes beyond simply identifying as human. He used it to describe his suffering, his mission, and his ultimate glory. The Son of Man and the suffering Messiah. Jesus connected the Son of Man with the suffering servant of Isaiah. The Son of Man is to be delivered into the hands of men, and they will kill him, and he will be raised on the third day. This echoes Isaiah's prophecy. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. He was wounded for our transgressions, crushed for our iniquities. Jesus did not simply become human. He embraced our suffering. He took on the punishment that we deserved. This is why, after his resurrection, he never again called himself the Son of Man. His suffering was complete, and he was now exalted. The Son of Man and the prophecy of Daniel. There is another dimension to this title that goes beyond suffering. In Daniel, the Son of Man is not a weak figure. He is a divine ruler who comes before God himself. I saw in the night visions, and behold, with the clouds of heaven there came one like a Son of Man. To him was given dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. This is a prophecy of Jesus' ascension and enthronement, where he is recognized as king over all creation. The Son of Man and the trial before the Sanhedrin. When Jesus stood before the high priest Caiaphas, he was asked directly, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of God?" Jesus answered, "You will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of power and coming on the clouds of heaven." He was quoting Daniel, claiming that he is the one who will reign forever. The reaction? Then the high priest tore his robes and said, "He has uttered blasphemy. What further witnesses do we need?" They sentenced him to death because they understood exactly what he was claiming. But here is the question. When did Caiaphas and the Sanhedrin see the Son of Man coming on the clouds? The Son of Man and the judgment of Jerusalem. Many assume that Jesus' words refer to his second coming, but Daniel's vision is about the Son of Man coming to God, not to earth. Jesus was telling them that they would see evidence of his kingship and divine authority in their own lifetime. Earlier, Jesus had warned, "There are some standing here who will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." What event proved that Jesus was enthroned as king? The destruction of the temple in 70 AD. Just as God had judged Egypt and Babylon, so too he judged Jerusalem through the Roman legions. Jesus had prophesied this judgment. "For the days shall come upon you when your enemies will surround you, and they will not leave one stone upon another in you, because you did not know the time of your visitation." The old temple was destroyed, but Christianity is not a religion without a temple. Jesus himself is the new temple, raised in glory. What this means for us. The Son of Man is not just a title from the past. It reminds us that Jesus fully embraced our humanity and suffering. He is the victorious King who reigns forever. He is the judge of the nations who brings justice. He is the true temple, and we are called to be part of his body. Jesus has come in judgment before, and he will come again at the end of time. As Psalm 127 warns, "Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain." Are we building our lives on Christ, the true Son of Man? Why do you think Jesus used the title Son of Man so often? What does it mean for you personally? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to like and share this video to help spread biblical truth. Subscribe for more scriptural insights.